The Watcher and the Whispering Stars, a bedtime story inspired by Chapter 13, Gospel of Mark. In a realm between the ticking of time and the silence of dreams, there stood a grand and ancient observatory, a lighthouse not by the sea, but in the middle of a vast meadow of stars. This observatory belonged to an old watcher named Elior. His beard was long and silver as stardust, and his eyes carried the calm of 1,000 moons. He was the keeper of the night scroll, a glowing parchment that foretold when change would ripple through the skies, when shadows would grow long, and when light would return even stronger. Elior had a gentle heart and quiet footsteps. Each night, as the creatures of the land curled into sleep, he climbed to the top of the observatory tower with a lantern of starlight. There, he would gaze at the heavens and listen to the whispering stars. Not yet, they often said in voices like wind chimes. But soon, he knew something was coming, not to frighten, but to awaken, not to destroy, but to reveal. The scroll had spoken of tremors in the earth, skies that would grow dim, and people whose hearts would tremble. But above all, it spoke of hope, of a great light that would return to gather the faithful and wipe away every sorrow. Still, the people below didn't always understand. Many would visit Elior during the day. Some came with worry. "Tell us when it will happen," they would say, clutching his hands. "Give us signs." Others came with pride. "We have figured it out," they'd claim. "We saw smoke in the mountains and a storm on the sea. Surely it is time." But Elior would only smile softly and pour them cups of tea brewed from moonflowers. "No one knows the hour," he would say, "not even the stars themselves. Only the great light knows. But our task is not to guess. It is to be ready and to be kind." And when the visitors left, shaking their heads or pondering deeply, Elior would return to his tower. One evening, a soft knock echoed through the observatory hall. A little girl stood there, her hair tousled with dreams. Her name was Amira, and she had wandered from the village in search of an answer. "Watcher," she whispered, "is it true the world will end?" Elior looked at her with eyes full of warmth. "Little one," he said, "the world as we know it changes every day. But the end is not a punishment. It is a promise." Amira's brow furrowed. "A promise?" "Yes," Elior said, lifting her into a chair. "A promise that sorrow will not last forever, that injustice will be washed away, that the light will return, just as the sun always rises, even after the longest night." Amira looked out the window. "But it's dark now." "Exactly," Elior said with a twinkle in his voice. "That's why we stay awake in our hearts. We keep our lamps burning. We plant gardens even in the dusk. We love. We forgive. We share stories like stars. So when the light returns, it finds us ready." Outside, a soft wind moved through the trees, and the stars began to hum their lullaby again. Amira curled up beside Elior As he opened the scroll and read in a whisper, he will send his messengers and gather his beloved from the four winds, from the ends of the earth to the ends of the heavens. Emira yawned. Will the light find me? Oh, yes, Elior said, tucking a blanket around her shoulders. The light never forgets where love lives, and your heart, little one, is a lantern glowing in the night. Soon she was asleep, dreaming of glowing trees and skies that turned golden. Elior remained in the tower, watching, not with fear, but with hope. The stars twinkled brighter, and far in the distance, on the horizon where night meets forever, a gentle glow began to rise. And so the watcher kept watch. The girl dreamed. The world turned quietly, and the light waited, not far, ready to return, not in thunder, but in a dawn that would never fade. If this brought you a moment of peace, feel free to subscribe for more calming content each day. Now, dear one, as you close your eyes and let this day slip away, remember the one who does not break the bruised reed, the one who heals gently, who teaches with wisdom, who speaks with calm. He is the Lord of rest, the comforter of the weary, the keeper of your soul. May your dreams be filled with golden fields and quiet streams. May your heart rest in the peace of knowing you are seen, loved, and called family by the one who walks through grain fields, still speaks truth, and always offers rest. Good night. Sleep peacefully in his embrace.